Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Pittston area track and field and softball. Taryn Ashby joining us right now. Taryn, you do a little bit of both, and you do it very well. And let's first talk about track and field because you're really whiffling that javelin.
Yes, I've been very fortunate this season with the success I've been having. Trying to get to practice with doing two sports in one season is always, a struggle to get to both evenly. But getting the results that I'm having is awesome, and I'm very thankful for it.
The difference between throwing the javelin and throwing the softball, is there much of a difference, and are you mixing it up ever, or is it you got your brain figured out with everything?
I mean, it's kind of similar motion. I throw a softball that's 3/4, you could say, and it's not really over the top like usual. So I do have a long arm, people say. So, that definitely helps me with the javelin. So I guess you could say sometimes it gets a little mixed up.
That long arm runs in the family, huh?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Tell us a little bit about the genes, and, of course, there's some great athletes there in the Ashby family, and just being another wonderful student athlete. And for you, you're having your experience at Pittston area.
Yes, my parents always say, school comes first. Being a student athlete, you always have to keep your grades up to perform with every sport you do. My father definitely helps out with being able to throw, showing me different techniques and practices to keep my shoulder healthy while, overusing it with softball and track. So definitely a big help.
Taryn, let's talk about your furthest distance. You've thrown the javelin this year in an official meet, and then have you had some more success at practice where you're like, man, I got a few more feet in me?
Definitely. When I threw the 135, after I threw it, I was like, I could definitely throw further than that, and that's just more preparation and seeing. We videotaped it to see the technique, and we're just going to focus on bring the hips through faster and seeing what I can do to get a better throw. You just want to keep building on your furthest throw and keep trying to get your personal record. So that's definitely a goal of mine.
Talk about your parents in the background. Are they kind of encouraging you in front of everybody, or they kind of pull you on the side and tell you the little things that, hey, that was great, we love you? And tell us a little about the role of your parents right now.
Oh, yeah, my parents are always there to support. When I get home, they're always like, good luck. Do your best. We're always proud of you no matter what. And fortunately, my mom was there when I had my personal throw. So after that, she gave me a big hug and a good job. So that was always nice.
Yeah, I'm sure you repaid her a little bit on Mother's Day. Probably a great celebration there, huh?
Yes, of course.
Taryn, let's talk a little bit about the softball team this year. Of course, a very talented group. And the league is just brutal. There's ups and downs. You have some big wins against Nanticoke, but then you could go against a team that might be one notch below and get a loss. But that's the way this league is. And Coach Qualia feels that if everything goes well and you're working the kinks out, I guess, and playing your best, this team, you guys can compete with anybody and beat anybody.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm extremely blessed to be on the team that I am on. It's amazing coaching staff and the girls on the team. They're such hard workers and they're so young. The freshmen and sophomores playing are incredible, and we're just a huge family. It's really fun. Practice is always entertaining. We have a good time, and playing together. We have a lot of chemistry from all the girls playing from minors and majors going on to teeners and then playing in high school. So we have a lot of chemistry together, so we play well.
Taryn, talk a little bit about your role on this team. You mentioned those freshmen are pushing for playing time and have kind of knocked into that lineup, but I think, as you say, that's a good thing to have, is having people push each other and everybody then gets a little hungrier.
Oh, absolutely. Coach Qualia always says, the starting lineup can change at any moment, so when you step out on that field, you leave everything out there. You do 100% at practice, 100% at games. You never take an inning off, because if you take an inning off, that could cost you the game. So we work extremely hard. We push each other. A freshman can push a senior out of the starting lineup. They can push me out of the starting lineup. It doesn't matter what age or grade you're in. We always make sure that's known. So we just push each other as much as we can and help each other.
Taryn, you're so close with your family. Right now, I'm sure it's really a struggle because people are in different directions right now. One sister's here, one sister's there, your parents, you. I'm sure it's challenging, but at the same time, your parents have probably said, hey, everybody's got their own path, and you need to run with it.
Yes, definitely. I mean, my older sister, Easton, she's at Boston. My second oldest sister's at the University of Scranton, and Ashton's with me at Pittston. So we're definitely spread out, like you said, but my parents keep us maintained, and we always talk, and we're still a close family. So that's always nice to have them support, and we're all there for each other.
Taryn, it's your junior year. I'm sure you're starting to think about that next level for you. Is sports something you're thinking about at that next level, or have you thought about, the colleges you may be looking at, whether it's close to home or far away?
Definitely. I wouldn't say I have a preference between being home, close to home, or being far away. I definitely wanted to do a sport in college. I'm leaning more towards track and seeing where that can get me. So.
Well, you're working hard, and a lot of good stuff is coming up over it. And, of course, doing 2 sports in the same season. Well, Taryn, we wish you the very best. The district championships will be coming up in a week. And then, of course, if you're able to qualify to make it to states, I'm sure you'd like to see your season last as long as it could. So we wish you the very best.
Thank you.
Taryn Ashby, a 2-sport athlete that's just in the spring. She does other stuff as well. A very talented young lady here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.